Oh, you can have an intro video. Might have to get one like T-Pain has. You know his Twitch.
I've seen
T-Pain's
it
Twitch
before.
opening.
Yeah,
He's like it's like this whole thing. And he starts rapping. What's going on, everybody? Who's my favorite member of the MCU Thunder? It's got to be Red Guardian. I mean, that dude's good. Like that dude, I already know is gonna make me laugh in the movie. He's already made me laugh in the trailer, so it's like
just from what he's done on the side.
You know, we are the Thunderbolts, and he's gonna be like the comedic relief, but at the same time, I feel like he's gonna have all the heartfelt moments as well.
Yeah, I could see that. Sure.
But I mean, what's kind of cool is like I feel like the cast of the Thunderbolts is like crazy awesome. Like I like, well, the characters and the cast were two different things, but the characters, like I like Yelena a lot. I love Yelena. She's awesome. Red Guardian's awesome. Sentry is going to be super cool. And Lewis Pullman, I think, is going to do a pretty good job at playing him. But Ghost is really cool. Taskmaster, I don't know what's going on. I think she's gonna die. Either that, or what I've heard is she might have like a major role in the movie, and they're really trying to kind of just hide it. But I mean, Red Guardian, and I actually really like John Walker. Like I really like John Walker. I think he was done dirty. I don't think he should have gotten all the hate inside of the MCU. China has not banned all U.S. movies. Some journalist gave their opinion and said they think that might happen, and then everybody else started reporting on it for some reason. But as far as I'm concerned, this morning when I was reading up on that, there's been nothing official about that at all. But yeah, I mean, so Chris and I, no spoilers, but Chris and I we just watched episode 8. I watched it last night. Chris watched it today. What did you? I forgot what you texted me. You said you thought it was fire or
like
something.
This episode was fire or dope.
Epic episode.
Or
you said, what an epic episode is what you said.
I did, yes. I don't know. I was just saying random words. Yes, what an epic eps were my exact words.
I lied. He didn't say episode. He said eps.
What an epic
eps. Why did you think it was epic, Chris?
Well, because that one part where
without it giving
because of that one part where when you win and then that
say was what?
No, I think it just was it tied everything together real well in a really awesome, fulfilling way that I think in a lot of Disney Plus series prior to this one, they've struggled to do that. I feel like a lot of times when you're getting ready to go into the finale of the series, you're like, I can remember distinctly, even with Loki, which is a lot of people's favorites, but WandaVision, Agatha, Loki, Falcon, almost every single one of these big ones, you go to the second to last episode, and we've had the conversation where it's like, I don't know how they're going to wrap all this up. Like, there's going to be all this stuff that's just going to get pushed to the side, and they did such a good job tying everything together in this episode. I think people are really going to enjoy it.
Yeah. There's
like in a really epic way.
Yeah, there's a few parts where you're kind of like, well, that's awesome to me at least. Yeah. I don't know why my camera keeps unfocusing from me, but I think I fixed it. Yeah. There's something about, to me, this is like a really personal thing that I really, really enjoy. I love when Kingpin yells. You know, like in that one episode where he's like, mine. And there's we get another yell in this part, and I really enjoy Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin.
I do as well. I think he's just really connected with the character. He really almost has you rooting for him. Not even almost, like you are rooting for Kingpin.
No, too. For real. Like you really do. And there's so many dynamics to his. There's so much dynamics to a lot of the different stories that are happening, but specifically with his character, you know. There's the Vanessa thing, there's the mayoral power thing, and now we're cutting a little bit into what we've seen from the last episodes of the kind of getting back into the crooked Kingpin type of thing. You know, he's got his anti-vigilante task force and stuff like that. Yeah, I think this episode, a lot of people are really going to like, as far as Kingpin is concerned, they're really going to like this episode. I talked a lot about in the last episode how Matt's life's kind of falling apart. Mm-hmm. There is a bit of a continuation of that. in this episode. It's pretty. It sticks to the same theme there, but we won't say. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoilers. Why Kingpin says even Black Bolt did in the Inhumans. I don't know what we're talking about there, but yeah, no spoilers for the episode, but I think people are really going to like it. I've seen some people post online that it's their favorite episode. Like, some people have seen it already. It's a pretty good episode. I don't know if I have a favorite episode so far. What does the chat say? What's y'all's favorite? Hi, Firestar. What's y'all's favorite episode?
Including tonight
so far. Yeah, right. Well, Kami Moet says that episode 9. Oh, he's talking about the Punisher. Yeah. Anthony's excited. Is Bucky going to be back to the Winter Soldier? So Thunderbolts, in the test screenings, they revealed that Bucky's only a congressman for like half a term or something. So something happens. But that something could be Valentina, because they also have they confirm that Val is kind like she's not I don't know, like she's a bad guy for sure, but it's like, is she the bad guy? Well, the Void is really the bad guy, but she is also, she's a bad guy, but at the end, is it like, okay, well, the Void is like kind of gone and Sentry is good now, so now it's like all eyes on Val, right? I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah. I'm investing in this. I'm investing that this is going to be my favorite episode. Okay. Nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. Mm-hmm. Do I think Muse is really dead? Yeah. Unless Kingpin is holding him somewhere, which I don't foresee happening, then yeah, he's dead. They had his mask and everything at the end of the last episode. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning towards no. And you know what's even more sad? I had hoped that Foggy was alive, really, going into the beginning episodes, but now I'm just kind of like, yeah, Foggy's not alive.
No, I don't think so either. And I was actually just thinking to myself, I really hope that he stays dead. I don't know. He
stays dead. Yeah,
I feel like in my heart that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, I don't think Foggy's coming back, sadly. So yeah, I mean, there's not much we can really say without giving away spoilers, and I don't want to give away any spoilers, but we can talk about the Thunderbolt test screenings. Apparently went really well. I'm trying to give myself more light here. There we go.
I need less light.
There we go. Yeah. Same 99 Matthew Robinson, 97% sure Foggy is a goner. Sadly, yeah. Yep. I did see the Superman sneak peek, and I did think it was awesome. And I do think that movie's going to be great. Every DC vid we do about Superman, I see a lot of comments that are like, this movie's going to flop. And I'm like, no, I don't want it to, nor do I think it's going to. The next big bad for the show, what I think is really happening is kind of what I thought was going to happen for this. Kingpin, he's the big bad of season 1, really, kind of, and like Vanessa kind of is, as well, kind of getting thrown in there. But it hasn't been like the central focus on Kingpin, like we've had Muse and stuff like that. I think season 2 is when Daredevil, it's like he's fully back. I kind of think, and I said this in my last video, Kingpin is going to out Matt as Daredevil, and he's going to be on the run, and he's just going to be a new Daredevil and be solely Daredevil, right? Whereas before he's trying to keep Daredevil away and just be Matt Murdock. I think eventually Kingpin outs him and he can only be Daredevil, right? So yeah, I think that's season 2. I think Kingpin becomes kind of like the big bad for season 2, because it really is. We'll get back to the whole Daredevil versus Kingpin type of deal. Yeah, and so yeah, and if you asked me for the plot as well, that's what I think. Yeah. So I don't think Muse is returning, but the Thunderbolts. Let me pull this up, because they had some amazing news about some test screenings. But basically somebody saw one and someone basically said that if you're tired of the cape shit genre, is their word, what they said, because all of like the superhero movies are kind of feeling the same, then you're going to enjoy the Thunderbolts. And that's kind of what I thought as well. Like it still is a superhero movie to me. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but just based on the trailers and stuff like that, like you can tell it is more like the Winter Soldier, right? You can automatically just tell that it's more like the Winter Soldier. And I'm here for that because that was awesome. And I think we're in need of some good action again. And I think that's why a lot of people really like Shang-Chi. Like that's one of like the most regarded movies of the multiverse saga, right? And I think it's because it just had really, really great action. I mean, it had a great story, but you know, I think ultimately as superhero fans, we do want to see action. Like I know I do, right? Not to say that I can't, you know, dive into a good slow burn deep story, but I do really like action a lot. So
Yeah, you've been saying
I
for a
don't know.
while that you are pretty excited for this one. So we'll see if all that excitement comes to some fruition of some sort.
I think if you're sleeping on this one and you go see it, you're going to be very pleasantly surprised.
Which I think a lot of
Yeah.
people will be. So that kind of sets this one up for like a really good position. I think a lot of people are kind of like, oh, well, we'll go see a Marvel movie because that's what we do. And then they'll be like, wait a second, this is actually really good. So
Yeah.
it's like an ideal situation for where it's going to be. And then from this point on, we just have bangers coming out. So it's like really primed for a happy position with Marvel right now.
That's what I think. The only thing I'm worried about is the Disney Plus shows. I don't know because here's kind of like my thought process on this. I definitely think that Thunderbolts is going to be great. I think the Fantastic Four is going to be great. And then we have Doomsday, Spider-Man Brand New Day, maybe like Shang-Chi 2 or Doctor Strange 3,
Either
and
two
then
would be
Secret
amazing.
Wars. Yeah, those are all going to be fantastic. Like amazing movies. So I'm kind of worried that they're going to throw in these Disney Plus shows and they're going to throw off the vibe. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
very true.
Because if you go from Thunderbolts being amazing and then Ironheart, if it's really bad, it's going to go from like, wow, the Thunderbolts is amazing. And everyone's going to say the same thing. Marvel's back. And then Ironheart, if it's not received very well, everyone's going to be like, oh, Marvel's dead. You know what I mean? Whereas if they maybe didn't release it, and maybe didn't release any Disney Plus shows, it would just go from Thunderbolts to Fantastic Four, Doomsday, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, or Shang-Chi, Secret Wars. That's all pretty great. All the Disney Plus shows are doing is offering a chance to maybe throw that off a little bit. But I mean, you never know. So we have Ironheart, Wonder Man, Vision Quest. I think Wonder Man has the potential to be pretty interesting if what we've heard is true about how meta it's going to be. That's an interesting take. So yeah, we'll see about that. Ironheart is already getting so much hate, and that's kind of what worries me. Is it's not even out yet, and people are really crapping on it. So the shoes to fill that are Iron Man's and are very large, and so it's
Yeah.
got a lot going against it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like we'll see if it's really good. Hopefully, people will acknowledge that it's really good and not just crap on it for the sake of crapping on it.
Well, I think the
But
fact that their Disney Plus shows already kind of puts a bit of a target on their back to begin with. And then, yeah, I
well,
don't
that's what
think we
I'm
could
saying. Yeah.
disagree. The quality, I suppose, of the majority of the Disney shows, even if it's not bad, it's just not on par with a Marvel cinematic event, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Bo Blocky 3-5. I'm just gonna pull it up on the screen. I can barely see that. Hey, thank you for the daily content. Hype is growing off the scale for Doomsday. Yeah, it is. Thank you
Big
so
true.
much for that super chat. Yeah, and that's what we're talking about right now, the hype.
Exactly what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
I really do feel like I don't know. I've just always felt like the Thunderbolts was going to be a great movie. And
You've been
going
saying
back
that
to
for so
what
long
the
time.
yeah, and the test screenings.
Oh, real quick. You look like Chris Pratt. You would be a good actor for Star-Lord. So for real, I assume they're talking about me. So I'm going to say thank you. I could be wrong.
Who are you talking about? I don't even see that comment.
Leonard Pinto, you look a little like Chris Pratt. It could be either of us, I suppose. You
The
got the
last thing is
mustache
I
going
can't
right
wait for Fantastic Four. from Leonard Pinto. I miss. Oh, okay, I got it.
What I
Left or right, Leonard? I'm left. Chris is right.
I'm Chris.
Is Ironheart delayed? Not that I know of.
Also, like, how are you going to fit the Ironheart story, which sounds relatively
Well,
grounded
that's
into everything that's going on? And same with Wonder Man. Like, how does that fit in?
that's my concern because
Or it doesn't
I
make any
actually
sense.
am excited for these projects.
Yeah,
I am.
individually.
Right, yeah, and like it's like I think if what we've heard about Wonder Man can be pulled off, it could be a really great show. Um, Ironheart has the potential to show us some really cool like technology stuff inside of the MCU since she's creating, like new Iron Man stuff. But that is my concern. I don't think Ironheart connects to the overall multiverse saga plot at all. And I don't think Wonder Man will either. Vision Quest will, in some way, shape, or form, because I say that because we got that leaked photo of him and Star Lord. So,
I love that.
right, me too. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. I might consider delaying those projects. I
Till
really,
like later on, yeah.
so that's the issue, right? Like Ironheart's already been really delayed. What are they going to do? They're going to push it past Secret Wars, and it's going to be like, will it be you? That's the problem is like anything pushed after Secret Wars theoretically is in a new universe that's a multiverse reset, blah 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 blah. So it's almost like Marvel maybe would want to wait to put out these projects, minus Vision Quest, because it probably will link in some way, shape, or form, especially with the Young Avengers, I think. Yeah, I mean, you can't
Well,
wait
I think it's
because
going to
then
get the
they might be
Blade.
irrelevant after Secret Wars.
It's going to get the Blade treatment, right? Like, that's what happened with
Yeah,
Blade
but
and the
that's
entire
different.
MonsterVerse.
But that's different because that's a character who's never been introduced, and there's no parameters for that show. You could base that show in the 1600s for, you know what I mean? Like no matter when you released it, you could release it now and base it in the 1600s. You could release it after Secret Wars and base it in there as well. The problem with Ironheart is that she is established right now in the MCU thanks to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The era, the time has already been established as well. They've already filmed the show, right? And the same thing goes for Wonder Man and everything. So it's like they really can't wait till after, but that might be the best move for Marvel Studios because
Especially
I don't know,
connect it
maybe
as something established that can grow in the future. Because right now, whatever happens in Ironheart could potentially be irrelevant.
well, everything that happens before Doomsday and really before Secret Wars could be irrelevant. Not irrelevant for Doomsday and Secret Wars
No, but moving
stories,
beyond that.
but moving past those, yeah, because if the universe gets reset and we're just in this new universe, then yeah, I mean, yeah. Hold on. Thank you so much. And you have been on the Multiverse podcast as well. Thank you so much for showing up. Great job on updates. Updates. Much love and respect. Thank you so much. Super appreciate that. We appreciate everybody being here as well. Yeah, Ironheart was filmed a long time ago. So that's what it's like. I think they're just like, hey, we have to release this. And I think they can't release it after Secret Wars because it won't make sense after Secret Wars because it'll be in the timeline set before Secret Wars. So they do have to release it. It might slow momentum down if it's not very good, but maybe it'll be really good, Hey, thanks, Leonardo Pinto. Did we ever hear from Leonardo he's talking about? What's going on here? Who's Star-Lord? I didn't see it. No. Leonardo, who are you saying looks like Chris Pratt?
or Warren?
Yes, Dark Phoenix. This is the penultimate episode of Daredevil season 1, not season 2, because we have 9 more episodes coming in season 2.
Did they film those back to back, or have they paused?
No, they're filming the second season right now.
You're right. Because we saw that.
Yeah. I have to get some water because I sadly think I'm getting kind of sick.
I will entertain the chat.
I have a little tingle in my nose and my throat, so let me go grab some water real quick. Chris will entertain It's left. It's me, Chris. I am Chris Pratt.
Okay. That's okay. You can
unless
be Chris Pratt.
unless
I was
we're
really
flipped
hoping
on
to talk about me, but
unless we're flipped on the screen. I mean, what I saw a TikTok or a reel or something the other day, and it was this Asian woman's like, if you are a white guy with a beard, like your name is like Joseph or something automatically. Like you are all one. so
You're all the
we're both
same,
white
yeah.
guys with beards. You
That's
know? Hey, Rick24, thank you so much. You rock Customer Wonder.
He
Much
can't look
Pedro
like
love.
Pedro
Thank you.
Pascal and Chris Pratt. He can't get both.
Yes,
Give
I
him
can.
one. Give
I
him
look
one.
like Pedro Pascal and Chris Pratt had a baby.
Fair.
Right. Okay. Chris will entertain. I'll be back.
Aha! You are mine. Hello. What's going on, chat? Ironheart will be a major fail. It looks really bad. You know, a lot of the Disney Plus ones are questionable, and I think that's been a major concern for, you know, all Marvel fans moving forward. So I completely understand that. Rick24, thank you for the super chat. You rock Cosmic Wonder. Much respect and love. Much respect and love to you and to all of you guys who are here. Make sure you hit that like button. Hi, Chris. How are you, brother? I'm doing well, Jacob. How are you? Been busy? Been going around like a crazy person? And just trying to do the things we do. You rock, Cosmic Wonder. Much love, respect, and love. On and off, just like that. Got out of work and started cooking. What are we eating for dinner tonight? I haven't even figured out what I'm having for dinner. Thanks, dude. Thank you. Thank me. Thank Warren. Thank everybody. Wow, it's true. He looks like a Pitt and Pascal's son. Well, there you go, everybody. Warren is now Pedro Pratt. I look like Happy Hogan. Definitely not what I was going for. Happy Hogan. Rate Born Again out of 10. I've never been a rater of shows. Everybody always asks me. I've never been one to be like, oh, I like it 100. I like it 70. Because realistically, if I were to say 60, everybody would be like, oh, that's bad. But that's a 6 out of 10. But if you get a 60 in school, that's a bad score. I would definitely rate it a solid like 8, 8.5, I think. For sure. Carne asada burrito. Me gusta mucho. Quiero comer esto contigo. Bueno. I do like carne asada, so good pick. Spoiler something, I dare you. Well, there was this one part where when the show begins, and that's exactly how the whole episode goes. So Real Madrid did get smacked today. That is good news always, even if it was Arsenal.
I hear you're giving away spoilers.
I did no such thing.
Lip recorded. They caught you.
I said, bro, did you mute? So no, I didn't mute. Warren muted me. He stopped me.
Yeah, I wasn't here, but that's what I did. So I look like
You're Pedro Pratt now.
And Chris Pratt.
You're Pedro Pratt.
Okay. Finally.
Nice.
Finally, someone acknowledges what I
having a carne asada burrito.
Now I can't stop looking at my face. I'm like, do I really like Chris Pratt and Pedro Pascal combined into one?
Pedro Pratt.
Pedro, I just watched a Accountant movie on Max with Ben Affleck. Oh yeah, the first one? No, that's the second one. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, it's already out, I thought. Is it not already out?
The second one's out already? Oh,
I don't know. I have so many friends that go to premieres. They all talk about it. So I never know when anything is out yet. Yeah. Chris Pascal.
Pascal Pratt's better.
Pedro Pratt.
Chris Spanish muy bueno.
Pascal Pratt. I don't know. Yeah. But the Thunderbolts, yeah, again, I want to go back to this because yeah, it just seems like the test screenings are fantastic. It seems like the marketing, I got to give it to the marketing team because oh my gosh, here, let me pull just
see all the posters where it's like, this is a bolt. This is a thunderbolt.
That's
this
what I'm saying.
Is a lightning bolt. This is a thunderbolt.
Like I think I posted how do I get to let me see here.
Ooh, here's a good question. Would you get a Marvel related tattoo?
I don't know what I would get. I have tattoos.
His whole booty.
I don't know what I would get. Oh wait, did I stream the wrong thing? I streamed the wrong thing. Hold on. That was the Thunderbolts.
The spoilers! Oh no!
That was the Thunderbolts test screening stuff I was looking at. This. So yeah, like
That's
this.
the one right there.
This
That
was
one's so
gold.
good. That's so
This
good.
was
This is
gold.
a
I
thunderbolt.
mean,
This is a bolt. This is a thunderbolt. This is a lightning
this is a
bolt.
lightning bolt.
This is a deadbolt.
This is a
This is an
deadbolt.
eye bolt.
That
So
is
good.
like
So funny.
the marketing for that is just like so good. That person needs a raise, and then yeah, that's kind of the same thing. Like this is Thunderbolt. This is Thunderbolt. But I mean, even like look at the posters, man. I mean, like
He's biting the knife vertically, like
he's biting the knife and
but
not
the
like
blade.
right. Yeah, it's
Like,
not
not the
like
way you
laying
would do
flat.
it.
No, it's you'd bite it flat,
You take a
right?
knife
But
and
he's
you go like
biting
this.
that hurts to look at. I can't. I know when I noticed that the other day, I was like, oh,
Homie's like,
it hurts. But I mean, like, I love how Valentina's sitting here in a all black chair, black suit. Like, you're like, yeah, you're the villain. Like, oh, you're the villain. What if Taskmaster is bad? That's actually my question. If she has like a big role to play, what if she's
but they're
actually
all like
bad?
bad. Like, if
No, but what if
turns
she's
on
like
them,
working for Val bad? That's what I mean.
guess it's possible she could go like under mind control again, but that'd kind of be kind of lame for Taskmaster.
This is my favorite thing is the Wheaties
Wheaties.
box. There's
Everyone
one in
deserves
my
a second
theater. When
shot.
I saw Minecraft, I saw they had a huge Wheaties box
you got to
out
get it.
there. I know it, but it's huge. Like
Now
it would
apparently you
take
look
out
like
like the
US
entire John Walker. Y'all basically just naming white actors at this point with
The
facial
white
hair.
guys. Warren, you look like a white guy.
Saying that I look like them because I'm also white. I love it. It's hilarious. Sana's name in your heart. What, Anthony? I mean, yes, because I love Sana. That's why she's not shown much. What? Oh, Taskmaster. Yes. Nice marketing. This is how you drive it. Yeah, Rick. Thanks again for that super chat. I've just been in love with the market, especially that this is a Thunderbolt thing. That stuff is like really fun. Chicken jockey. Yeah, Jacob. I'll go ahead and talk about the Minecraft movie again. No spoilers. I really loved it. Like to the point to where I'm actually shocked it's getting like all the reviewers that I've watched are crapping on it. And I'm like, but we've been talking about this before. I'm really over all the negative stuff. Like hate, rage, and
rage bait.
What's it like? Yeah, rage bait. That's what it's called. Hey, I'm like hate rage. That's not the word. Rage bait. Yeah. And like,
it's just immature.
I mean, some people, it seems like they genuinely give their actual thoughts and they genuinely hate the movie. But, I'm trying to
see the good.
Like Mr. Random, my theater went nuts when I saw the movie. Probably
I've seen so many clips of it. It's like, dang, that's so much fun.
Oh, no.
Oh, we've lost you. Mutadoed. I can't hear you.
I have no idea where it's coming from.
You're back. You were muted for a second.
Where is this coming from?
I do not hear it.
Okay, I just ended it, but I know what the clip was, and I think the clip was I think I sent that clip on my phone. How are these connected to my computer and my phone? And this is an iPhone. These are Galaxy Buds. They don't play well. I mean, they do. They connect. But still, where did that come from?
I am Groot. Now.
I don't see.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah, so I found it. Go away, please. And gone. Yeah, no, I thought Minecraft was hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of really cool stuff from it.
I mean, especially because you play Minecraft, right, Chris? Like I play Minecraft. I mean, even if you just play some video games that are remotely similar in just kind of fun type of deals, you'd really like the Iron Man. People are saying Iron Man in the chat. The Minecraft movie. Me and Chris have put in some hours into Minecraft, and I really love the movie. I mean, like seriously, like my audience was laughing nonstop and got a standing ovation when it was over. Like, I mean, here's the biggest thing for me. I'm very not like super critical of like a lot of movies when I watch them outside of the realm of what I normally talk about a lot, right? Don't get me wrong, like if something blatantly sticks out to me that is just not good, I acknowledge it. Like Mickey 17, I really wanted to like be in love with the movie, and I think it is a good movie, but there are some pacing issues that I have with it. You know, there's just some things that I thought they could have done differently. I thought it could have crescendoed a little bit better, like getting to the climax and everything. But with the Minecraft movie, like you have to, because that's the whole deal with Mickey 17, you have to take it in for what it is. It's kind of like an abstract movie of a concept that's never been done before. And I do acknowledge that. And I do think they did a good job, but I think it could have been better. With Minecraft, I'm like, this is going to be a funny movie, kind of tailored a little bit towards kids. That's just going to probably be slapstick comedy and joke after joke. I mean, it's Jack Black, like, and it's exactly what I expected it to be. And I kind of really loved it for that. Right. So to me, I like went more for like the laughs and not for like a super solid, deep plot. Right. And there are some deep moments, but it's kind of like, you know, I'm not going there for that. It's not a deep story like Mickey 17. I'm going there to watch Jack Black do high kicks and laugh at it, you know, and that's exactly what I did.
Water bucket release.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. So, I mean, I really liked it. Do you think it'll make $1 billion? I really do. It's on track. I mean, right now it's the biggest video game movie of all time, right? It beat Mario.
Beat Mario like significantly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I always try to do as well, Stuart. I try to go in with no expectations, because I heard all the bad reviews before I saw the movie, and I went, "Oh," but then I went, "But you know what? You know, I'm
very happy it beat Snow White. Very happy.
I mean, it demolished Snow White, but everything demolished Snow White.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw something the other day that said the old Dragon Ball Z movie beat Snow White, which is really hard because the old Dragon Ball Z movie was a shot to my heart when I was a little kid because I loved Dragon Ball Z, and I watched it all as it came out in America, you know, for the first time. And yeah, I mean, Snow White released, and it's kind of bombing. I mean, it's not kind of bombing. Like it's the worst rated movie of all time on IMDb. But
shockwaves through Disney,
and they canceled Tangle, which is crazy, or it's on hold indefinitely, which
I've seen some really funny comments in regards to that, but
yeah, I don't know. That's a whole other thing that we could talk about for a very long time that I'm not going to talk that we're not. That's kind of the whole thing is I'm just trying to enjoy movies. Obviously, I'm going to be a little bit more critical for like Marvel projects because I mean, I talk about it every day. And like, if I had a chance to write some of these movies and I see a movie, this is like the biggest thing to me, right? If I see a movie and I like a Marvel movie specifically, or even like a DC movie or Star Wars, something like that, and I walk out of the theater thinking I could have written a better movie, then that's when I go, okay, it wasn't.
If I could do better, then that's not good.
If I can do better, and I'm not a writer, right? Like, yeah, I'm not a writer, but if I could write a better movie, if I could come up with a better story, screenplay, then, well, one, what the heck? Like, what were the writers doing? How did it all get approved? But two, that's kind of my headphones look like bolts. Yeah, they're the Galaxy Buds. Whatever. They connect to my other phone. They wanted to be really slick with them. They're just triangular, and it's kind of weird. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, they're triangular. But they are touch in that they light up, as you can see there. But they are touch. Like if you just kind of swipe, they work. But yeah, bolts, that works too. You know. Who's y'all's favorite Marvel actor? Do you have a favorite one, Chris?
That's really hard considering all of the very, very, very amazing Marvel actors.
Are we talking just the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or like X-Men and stuff too? Let's do. Let me do this here. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, like, goodness gracious.
There's so many. Stan Lee, technically yes, because all of his cameos. So I mean, Jonathan Majors. gosh, what sucks is he was a really great actor, man. But anyways,
I don't know. It's gonna be Robert Downing Jr., Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's up there for me for sure.
Like if you're looking at what they've done it as a whole outside of Marvel as well, then yeah, like Chris Pratt's probably up there because he's done a lot of really good stuff that I've really enjoyed.
Chris Pratt has done a lot of great stuff. I you know, when you posed that question, when that question was posed, right away I thought Chris Pratt. Like he's the first person that came to my head. So probably Chris Pratt. Oh, I don't know, Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston's done a lot of really good stuff.
Tom Hiddleston's done a great job. I really love Karen Gillan because I really love Karen Gillan, especially because when I met her in person, she was super just sweet and nice and awesome. Paul Bettany, I really like Paul Bettany. He stars in some like Wimbledon and Knight's Tale. He's in some great movies.
Paul Bettany's actually hilarious, which is so funny because
he is, yeah.
He plays a robot, but he's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like those kind of come to my mind, like Tom Hiddleston, Chris Pratt, and Karen Gillan as well, and then Paul Bettany. Yeah. I mean, of course, I love Robert Downey Jr., right? I mean, I love Robert Downey Jr. Chris Evans, love Chris Evans. But I don't know. When I think of like my favorite, yeah, I think, and just as like characters as well, like their specific characters, like Star-Lord's hilarious. Like, I love Star-Lord. His character is funny. And Loki's like whole story arc, character arc.
Yeah, one of the best character arcs, actually.
Crazy awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a big list of people. But, yeah, I'm going to go with those. Go ahead. Oh, no. Ooh, I almost left. I almost ended it. Almost ended it.
We weren't coming back.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman made like 42 was a great movie. It's so sad that he got cut short. Oh, Jeremy Renner. What was that one movie?
Ooh, 5 membership.
Hey, Captain Obvious. What's going on? Been a big member. I think. Did you join in the big stream we had? Because you joined very recently. I remember. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. What's going on? Thank you for those 5 members.
Use those emojis.
If they're in here. I wonder if anybody in the chat is the people who got gifted it. Show some emojis. Yeah. What's up, Christopher Jones? What's going on? What's Star-Lord's character arc after all this? You think they do him? What happened in 2015 Secret Wars?
The legendary Star-Lord.
As in, like he gets on one of the life rafts. So, okay, the reason I'm having a hard time answering that is because I think back to the leaked photos that we saw, or the leaked concept art that we saw of him and Vision, like broing out bachelor style on the couch. That's what I'm thinking. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's 100% going to happen, obviously, right? It's concept art, but
I love the concept.
Oh, Captain Obvious. Okay, well, you were commenting a lot that one day and super chatting that one day, so thank you for that. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for gifting those members. Yeah, I mean, I think he plays. I'm wondering. I'm also wondering if if the other Guardians are going to return as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, hold on, Barton. What did you think of the Minecraft movie? Somebody who just got out of it.
Don't hold back.
What are we thinking? What do you think? I want to know. I want to know.
Can you show me?
I mean, I talked about it a lot already, Barton, actually, about how much I actually really love the movie, but I'm curious to see what the fans think. Sinners sounds like it's one, very interesting take on something, but 2, really good. It sounds like it's really good. How insane was my theater? I mean, it was packed and people were it was just like a bunch of laughing. See, yeah, like so much fun.
Ridiculous sometimes, but just fun. Like that's what it was going.
But that's what I expected from the movie. Well, you know what I mean? Like that's just kind of what I expected from the movie going in.
You didn't expect the philosophies of mankind to be questioned in every scene?
Yes, and they were. No.
What a chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey. And then the spider jockeys as well, with the skeletons on the spider. I don't know. As a huge Minecraft fan, I thought it was funny. And I'm sorry, but like when you have like Jack Black and Jason Momoa in a movie, like I expect
Jason
it to be
Momoa with
kind of
bangs and a
right,
pink
exactly. I mean,
jacket.
you've seen how he looks, right? When you see how he looks and
It's like,
how
what
he
were you
acts in
expecting?
the trailers, like you just kind of expect it to be what it is, and it is what it is, and that's why I like it.
They
And
weren't
appreciate it.
hiding that, right? It wasn't like a secret.
Well, that's the whole thing is like even with the like animation, they don't make it seem like it's real. Like like they make it very obvious. And even in the thing, they're like, yeah, they go through a portal and they go into a different world. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Have some imagination,
yeah.
people.
Oh, thank you. Cap shield behind me. Yes, and I have Thor's hammer, Wolverine,
I have a
Deadpool. I
bunch
do
of
actually
junk.
have Stormbreaker as well. Hold on. Can you see Stormbreaker? Yep, right there. Stormbreaker. Lots of other. My cup from what is this? Red
Red
one.
one. That was actually a
Red.
truly terrible movie.
Especially
I'm not one to really ever say that, but that was a truly terrible movie.
because you like The Rock a lot.
Rock, I like J.K. Simmons, I like Christmas, but it was a truly awful movie. I couldn't with
Doing
that
it
one.
again.
I've heard it. My
So,
brother had gone and seen it, and he was like, "That movie was so bad." But he says that about everything because that's just his age group. I watched it and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this actually is like borderline unwatchable." It was pretty bad.
I didn't think it was that bad, but it's not good.
And I don't ever say that. I never say that. And I was like, you know what? This was rough. This movie was rough.
Yeah, it had what was weird is that like it felt like it had all the elements there to be a great movie. It just wasn't written very well.
Kept missing.
Yeah.
Like every
It kept
return,
missing.
I was like, this is just not connecting the way I think they thought it would. And I am not a picky. I am never unhappy. I am always satisfied with my movie going experience. So that is a very rare thing for me to say about a movie.
Yeah. Captain Obvious, do you guys think Kang will be brought up in Doomsday or killed as a silhouette? I think kind of both. I think that because I think they might. I think they have to address it, right? First and foremost,
some type of torch passing, right?
They need to, because I've explained this before. With the people who aren't here watching the stream right now and aren't checking YouTube every day, right? The casual audience members who just go and see Marvel movies and aren't online learning about it. The last thing they've really heard is the big bad is this Kang guy / He Who Remains and the Council of Kangs and these millions of variants who showed up at the end of Quantumania and the post-credit scene. Audience members right now who don't check the news, that's what they think is coming, right? They might hear Doomsday and go, oh, well, like what's the deal there? There might be some confusion there. So I think they have to address it.
Not to mention, in like a lot of these recent and current leaks we're hearing about, kind of the whole story is, all roads lead to the TVA. And a big part of that is because Doom's pissed off at what Kang did. Now he's after Loki, Loki's power, but it's Kang that sparked, Doom's rage. So it's like, yeah, you definitely need to reference that. And maybe that would be an off-screen thing where he's given a monologue about, and that's why I've destroyed all the Kangs. And it's like, okay, great. But there will be a mentioning of it, I think.
There needs to be, whether it's something like the Conqueror was no match for me or something like that. You don't have to say Kang. You can allude to him, right?
But Kang didn't do anything wrong. Jonathan Majors did. So Kang can be mentioned as much as they want.
They should revisit Kang.
For sure.
Like new multiverse, new Kang threat, right? Eventually down the road.
I mean, it would be epic too if it was like one of the post-credit scenes for
Secret Wars.
Fantastic Four was just Kang showing up at that Council of Kangs, like portaling himself into the middle of it, and then just goes black, and it's like
you mean Doom?
You get a recap of it. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Portaling himself.
Doom just portaling into the middle of all of that,
yeah,
and then just the whole screen goes black, and you just hear like screaming or something. Like that'd be crazy.
Right. It wouldn't work because the laws of the Infinity Gauntlet, they need to be in a universe, I believe, to use. But it'd be cool if he showed up with a gauntlet and it was just like that'd be cool. Doom with a gauntlet. Bruh, do you think Punisher and Spider will ever interact in the MCU? Considering PG stuff, I don't think that's the problem. I think maybe just getting them together.
I think we're still learning that there are a lot of hidden like rights still. Like we just learned that from Vincent D'Onofrio as well. So it's like, who knows what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do right now. It's kind of all over the place.
That was a weird one for me because I thought that Marvel Studios had the rights to Kingpin because of the whole Fox deal. But
yeah, very odd.
He is a Spider-Man character technically, but he's a Marvel character in general. Like he's not just a Spider-Man villain, but
yeah,
I guess he's I don't know. Would he be a bigger Spider-Man villain or Daredevil villain?
I personally would probably say he's better known as Maybe not modernly, but comic-wise, definitely Spider-Man villain.
I mean, if you look at the runs of Daredevil, he's in all of the major ones.
Let's ask ChatGPT.
Like
I'm curious.
Devil's Reign,
Yeah.
Born Again, and just Daredevil, Man Without Fear. Like he's the guy, and like I don't know. Yeah, but the argument is, yeah, he's a Spider-Man villain, right? So Sony has the rights. At one point in time, remember this, or I don't know if you remember this. There was like the deal kind of got leaked, like the list of characters that Sony owned kind of got leaked, and he was on there. I think I remember. But
okay, this is what ChatGPT says. He's historically more of a Spider-Man villain originally, but over time he's become more strongly associated with Daredevil in the comics. First appearance was in The Amazing Spider-Man 50, 1967.
Okay, well, if his first appearance was in Spider-Man, then he
didn't shift to Daredevil until the 1980s.
Right, with the Man Without Fear, yes. I believe, yeah. Yep. That story, which I reread like a month ago in preparation for Daredevil Born Again. I also read Daredevil Born Again, and
so he is originally a Spider-Man villain. His creation was to be the Spider-Man.
Yeah. Rainy Day Blue. You think he's more Daredevil? I mean, I like I just said, I reread all of those, and Kingpin is the primary villain.
Yeah, his modern day role is that as a Kingpin villain, but I guess on paper he's a Spider-Man villain. That's what he was created for. So that's why Sony's like, he's ours.
Ours. Yeah. Oh man, Sony. Well, they did, name drop Spider-Man in the first or second episode. I don't even. They were both released the
first or second. They came at the same time, yeah.
Right, exactly. They're just one episode, right? So, I'm tired. Oh man. But yeah, we have 9 minutes. I think you all are going to enjoy this very much. What's up, the Deeps? Dappies? Do I think the new Falcon and Spider-Man will become great friends? I don't know if they're really going to get much time to do so, in all honesty. I feel like it's going to really go down in Doomsday, right? Like we saw the set photos. I don't know if you guys caught the video we did today. Like that's an incursion set, right? I mean, it's going to go down and chaos is going to start, I think, pretty early on in the movie. And that's what kind of concerns me, is like the movie's going to have to be a decent length to include so much, right? Include the X-Men, include an X-Men versus Avengers scene, include the incursion, include the like the actual destruction of everything, include Doom coming in, having his own team, going to the TVA, fighting at the TVA, because that's what we've heard a big multiversal battle is going to take place at the TVA, dealing with Loki and getting him off the throne, protecting the throne, whatever that, like, there's a lot that has to happen. Plus, the Avengers have to assemble again as well.
And we don't have Avengers. Yeah, I was about to say both of those things.
Right. The Avengers have to assemble. The Fantastic Four have to get over from their universe to ours. Wakanda's going to be involved, which includes Namor, probably working with Shuri and everybody. Or maybe he's a villain. He's kind of a villain in Secret Wars.
And somehow Doom has to make an appearance in his own movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Doom makes an appearance with his own team as well. This has to be like a 4-hour movie.
Do it.
See, that's what I'm here for, Matthew Robinson. I've said it. I've actually said that exact thing. 4 hours long at the 2-hour mark. Give us an intermission. Use the bathroom, get refills, get some popcorn again,
get a little
whatever you need.
Jockey.
Little 15-minute intermission, little chicken jockey action. I would love that. I still think Secret Wars should be split into 2. But like months apart, not like a year apart. Yeah. You like my mind will explode if we get or see everyone fight going in and out of time and the TVA like Strange Portal. Yeah, I think they are building up to something big like that. And what's interesting is I saw something today or yesterday or sometime. Somebody said something like, oh my gosh, like Doomsday is already bigger than Endgame, because you have the Avengers, the Thunderbolts, the Wakandans, the X-Men. There was more. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think it should be Secret Wars Part 1 and 2. But it's what's weird is it seems like Doomsday needs to be the long movie. Like, I don't think it should be longer than Secret Wars, obviously. But everything we just talked about, that's like it needs so much time.
Considering where we're coming from, like, it really does need. I mean, we don't even have Avengers right now.
No, we don't. I mean, that's the whole premise of the Thunderbolts.
Right.
That's and we are finding out through these new trailers and stuff that Val built Sentry and he's stronger than all the Avengers combined, right? And I see some people like, how are they going to defeat him? Who could even beat Sentry? Well,
defeat himself.
There's a I don't know what to call this. Not a failsafe per se, but there's a built-in flaw kind of Sentry, which is the Void. So, I mean, yeah, he kind of beats himself, right? Yeah. Was I doing this channel when Infinity War came out? No, it came after Infinity War. Before Endgame, after Infinity War. It came out right when Black Panther came out. The first one. Franklin Richards, yes, and he's going to be a part of restoring the multiverse for sure. Explains exactly what the TVA is or where it exists in relation to the MCU. So it exists outside of space and time. Right. And that's why they always say time works differently in the TVA. I mean, did you watch Loki season 1 and season 2? Because if you didn't, that's the best place to start. I mean, they pretty much explain what it is. It's basically Kang's way to make sure the multiverse doesn't happen again. And so Loki season 2, Loki decided to do the opposite and let the multiverse live. So now the TVA is like, they're like a multiversal police force who would prune timelines. And now they basically just went in and pruned Kang's, which is a good way to get rid of Kang, but I feel like we need it to be like said or something like that. What was my first video about? It was about, since we were going into, maybe it was before Infinity War. You know what? It was before Infinity War. Chris, what am I talking about?
Yeah, you said that, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it was way before.
It was before Infinity War. Yeah, so my first video was about where all the Infinity Stones were and what they did, I believe.
Yeah, it was way before Infinity War.
Yeah, Barton, question, was America Chavez' power that she physically changes people to fit the universe they're in? No, her power is just she opens multiversal portals. The universe does...
didn't know how to control it.
Right, the universe does what it will with you, right? It doesn't. Hey, Rainy Day Blue, that's a long time ago. Woof woof. Thank you. That's why I say woof woof for people like you. Thank you so much. The internet would break if they just gave Tom's Spidey and Mackie's Cap a complicated full depth relationship. It's funny because we have that obviously off screen, right? I mean, they're I mean, you just think back to when he's like, you haven't seen Spider-Man? Well, I haven't seen the Falcon. Oh wait, there, and now he has and he's like, tell Tom Holland I got Harrison Ford. And yeah, it's a shame that movie was affected so much by like reshoots and stuff like that. Cause I think it was a good movie, but I think it had the potential to be like a really great movie. More Red Hulk would have been great. Does her power become irrelevant after the reboot then? I was actually thinking her power might become irrelevant in Secret Wars. Like, if there's no multiverse, what is she doing? Right, yeah.
She's just a girl.
Right, yeah, I mean...
Well, I guess maybe she's been training with Wong.
She's been training sorcery. Yeah. She could know some sorcery now. I don't know how long it takes. Didn't take Strange long, but he kind of loopholed it with the time stone and everything like that.
She did.
Yeah. Have we seen Mackie do the therapy talk in the MCU? That was we saw in What If. I'm not sure what you mean by therapy talk, but I mean in Civil War he was already doing that, and I know it was Bucky in Falcon and Winter Soldier who was doing therapy. I would, I don't think we're gonna see a lot of Doom with the mask on. If anything, in Doomsday, he's gonna have the mask off maybe almost entirely, and I think like at the end he'll get hurt by something, and then he'll put on the mask. Like he's gonna wear it at some point.
His face for a while.
We're gonna see it. You don't pay him over $100 million to to not show his face. Like they're literally basically just advertising him. You know what I mean? Like so. I mean, but all right. Hey, the episode's out. Everybody go watch it.
Go.
Our breakdown comes out after. It's more of like an ending explained because I had like a theory on the ending. You'll see what I mean. So go watch it. And in the breakdown video, when we release it, let us know what you thought about it in the comments. Go ahead and oh, hi, Edgy. Hi, you silly kitty. What you doing? You gonna say bye to everybody? Okay, bye. She said bye. But all right, guys, thanks for showing up. Next week we'll be here for the last one. So yeah, thanks everybody for showing up. Catch you next week.